Okay, so talking about variables, Java variables. First of all, what is a variable? I like to think of a variable as a bag or an envelope that you can keep data in. Not really like an envelope, like it's a place where you can store your data. Now, what do I mean? So, I mean, like if you have like someone's number, if you have someone's name, that's data. All of that is data, and you're just putting it somewhere to store. So in Java, how you work with variables is you want to start off with a data type. What kind of data type you want? What kind of data type you want to put in that variable? It could be a number. It could be a name. It could be something else. So you need, then after the data type, you need the name of the variable. Like what kind of name do you want to label the variable as? You can, I know there's rules to this, but I'm not exactly I don't remember what the rules are. I think we'll look at it, and then you put an assign operator. This is an assign operator, and you assign it the data you want to store with a semicolon at the end. Java is really strict about the semicolon. If you do not have the semicolon, then your code will not work. So let's talk about different data types. So data types we have different data types. There are integers. This one is for storing numbers, integers. But I mean, it's called integers because it's for storing integers. Integers meaning just so no fractions, just numbers, like merely just numbers. No fractions, no. I think you can have negative integers. I'm not sure, but there's no fractions, no decimals, just straight up whole numbers. Then there's doubles, and this is basically what you use to store integers. Oh my god, this is what you used to store decimals, fractions, all of that. And then there is Boolean. Boolean is a little bit special. Boolean is basically storing true or false. You can basically put like, is this true or not? Or is this, it's pretty hard to explain, but it's all you need to know right now is for storing true or false. That's basically it. Then last one I'm going to talk about in this video is string. String is for storing text. That's basically it. You can use to store text. I'm going to show you a few examples about how to use these variables. So we're going to follow our structure here. So the data type that we want is integer, and I want to store someone's age. So I'll put age right here, and then put in maybe 18. So this person is 18 years old, and this is the basic structure of an integer. Now you can only store integers in here. So if I try to do anything else, like put 22.5, it's wrong. I can't do that. It needs to be a whole number. It really needs to be a whole number. Java really doesn't like that. But Java is really strict, and I think like it's very strict. And then doubles, I want to put someone's, like, I don't know, maybe someone's GPA in there, and then we'll put in, like, person is doing pretty well, so we'll get him like a 3.5 GPA. Now I don't think it's going to give you an error if let's say I put like 3. It won't give you an error. It kind of gives like a warning or something. But it's not like a crime, right? It will convert it to like 3.0, but we'll look at it later. I'm gonna put 3.5, and then for Boolean. For Boolean is for, you can only put in, let's say you want to know if someone is if let's say you're making a game and you want to know if your player is alive, so is player alive, and this is true. If your player is alive, you can store true. If the player died, you can change to false, that kind of thing. So this is the basic structure of variables, and these are rules you have to follow. I'm pretty sure if I put like anything else, like a number, like first of okay, do not put this in, because do not do this. This is wrong. This will not work. You don't want to put anything else in here aside from true or false. 0 doesn't work, 1 doesn't work. The reason I say 0 and 1, because if you don't know, in Python, I think you can use 0 and 1. I'm pretty sure I haven't done Python in a while, but you can use 0 and 1 for Boolean. It's for logic in general, actually. I think 0 and 1 is like mainly, it's like the original. So 0, 1, quotation marks do not work here, just true or false. That's it. That's basically all. We're gonna leave it as true for now. And then for strings, strings are for storing text. So I say I have someone's name, I want to put in someone, like say the person's name is Jane Doe, and this basically is just for text. Now, one thing you don't want to do when working with strings, you do not want to use single quotation marks. It will give you an error right here. I can put, I can store 1. Actually, no, this won't work. Yeah, this one, yeah, this is a character, no string. I can do this. This is a string, but it still won't work because single quotation marks are meant for characters, not for whole sentences. You get me? So do not use single quotation marks, use double quotation marks for names. So got Jane Doe here. But if you want to store a single variable, you want to use this data type character. I want to store someone's grades, and the person didn't really want to school, he gets an A, and yeah, you can't use double quotation marks here either. So I can put fail. No, this doesn't work. It needs to be single quotation marks. So that's basically the main idea of variables. And then what I'm talking about is you can change variable names. Not variable names, you can change the values of variables. So let's say later on this person grew up, he or she is no longer 18, they are now 19 years old, and you can change this to 19 later on. And if I were to display this data, this is how you display data in Java, and I put in age. Don't forget the semicolon. You do not want to forget the semicolon. Java really hates when you forget the semicolon. So when we run this, and then it gives us 19. Yeah. So if I comment this out and I run this again, so it displays the original data. So as you can see, we can change the variable later on. We can change this to whatever you want. That's basically how you can use variables however you like. You can just change them later on. You can display them. You can do whatever you want. The variables are pretty handy tools. And okay, let's say our player eventually died. and you can just change to false. Or no, the player died. Yeah, and it just, you can change this to false later on, along those lines. It honestly depends on what you want or what you're trying to do. That's basically like why you needed variables. We will look into more of those things later. Like for instance, Boolean, you mainly want to use Boolean in like places when you need conditions, like if statements. If statements. But yeah, sometimes you can use them in loops. But you can use conditions in loops. So it honestly depends what you're trying to do again. But you can mainly if statements. We will talk about if statements in the next video, not this one. But yeah, I think you can also change this. What if it's give me an error now? I think it will. No longer Jane Doe. This is person's name is now Seth. And yeah, just change the bit. I mean, want to call this, want to display this. The correct line. This is basically how you display data in Java. And then we go for this. Run it. And now it displays Seth instead of Jane Doe because we changed the name. It's not like IntelliJ. IntelliJ actually like grays this out, so you know that we're no longer using this value anymore. We're using this one now, and it grayed this one out. So we're no longer using this one. We're using this one now. So that's pretty nice thing that IntelliJ does for you. I highly recommend if you're looking for an IDE for Java. I highly recommend IntelliJ. They're really good. It's really good. And that's basically all for variables. I hope I'm not forgetting anything, but that's basically all for variables. So quick recap, this is the structure. Wait, hold up. This is the structure for variables. Data type, name equals to whatever data. The data has to correspond with your data type, and then semicolon at the end. The semicolon is like super important, because if I take this out, everything is just wrong. Now it's wrong. Semicolons are really important in Java, and a lot of people tend to forget them. I have made the mistake like way back when I used to actually do Java of like missing out on semicolons. It's just, it happens, but the more you do it, the more you get used to like putting your semicolons in there. And in the next video, we're going to be using more booleans, because we will be talking about if statements. We'll see how we can use booleans how we can actually apply booleans to our code, because right now they seem like, okay, I said this to true, so what? Like they seem pretty useless now, but they're actually very useful, and we'll see that in the next video.